You know, the one pick six is a high snap, and you know, we talk in our room about don't make it worse. That play was doomed at that point, and just eat it, throw it away, get out of bounds, do something. He tried to make a play, and you nailed it. That you learn from that and you get better. But I thought the whole thing, you know, some body language things we had going on, some different stuff. It was a great learning experience for him, and he'll get better moving forward.
Why didn't Trey King play?
Yeah, we just felt like through the week that DeLeon was back healthy, and Tazon and Felton were practicing at a high level, and so we got those guys going.
Just kind of watching the tape, Coach, I guess, what do you kind of feel didn't allow you all to kind of get that running game going early on?
You know, first off, I got to have a better plan to give us a chance, but we got to be more physical at the point of attack as well. And they have a really good defensive front. They do a good job. I mean, you can look down the line. Everybody's kind of struggled against them running the football, and we thought we had a good plan, and they really shut it down, and we became one-dimensional, and that was hard. But I think it starts with me, and then we got to be more physical in these last four.
On a positive note, special teams seem to be a place where y'all have taken one of the bigger steps forwards, especially from last season. What has kind of, from your perspective, led to?
Yeah, Coach Shire, I got to give him a ton of credit. Brought in energy, enthusiasm, focus to that unit. Those guys are taking pride in being a part of it in all phases. He's really restored confidence in Clayton and Dom, and you can see the way they're performing. And he's been a big boost to this program.
Coach, you've talked a lot about the physicalness of your offensive line, off-season, fall camp, even during the season. Is that just something you have to continually remind those guys that they've got to do that?
I think so, and I think it's still a young group. You know, 4 out of the 5 that started the season were underclassmen, and you know, Jacob hasn't played a ton, and so we're still growing together. And that front, I'm telling you, that front's really good. You watch them play against some of those teams, and they're getting after people, but in a game like that on the road, you got to find a way to run the football, and we can't have 30 yards rushing, or we're not going to win the game.
Obviously, we're not the same quarterback, but is it good to have tape now of your defense against a guy like Brock Purdy? Now that you have Kyler, or someone guy who can kind of make plays and fake you out.
Yeah, Kyler is, I mean, he's a freak, man. Purdy's a really good young player, and he's going to be a tremendous player, but Kyler is a freak, and I've followed him since he was a sophomore in high school, and just think the world of him and what he can do on a football field. And I've never seen one better in high school, and he's starting to show it now at the college level. And I mean, I don't have enough good things to say about him. He's phenomenal.
I was going to say, he just looks like he makes it, the smoothness with which he plays, like even when he panics, it all looks like it's so easy.
No doubt. I've watched him, like I said, since he was a sophomore. I've never seen him have a poor outing, not one, which at quarterbacks it's impossible to do, but he's done it. And I don't know, I'd take him with the first pick of the draft if I could. I know he's signed up to play baseball, but he is a dominant football player, and I would take him with the first pick.
Before the start of the season, you were most confident in the defensive line. Where's that kind of expanded to now that you're more than halfway through the season?
Yeah, I think it's still there. I think you have seen the emergence of Joe Wallace up front, and he's kind of wreaking havoc at times. Broderick, Eli, Colin Hill, Tony Jones, the guys are making a lot of plays, and so I've been really proud of them and how they've improved over the last couple of years.
National TV, night game at the Jones, blackout. What are you looking forward to most about OU?
Yeah, just our players that haven't got to experience that yet. You know, I know our fans are going to come out. It's going to be an unbelievable atmosphere, and that's why they came to school here, to be a part of that. And so we're fired up to go play our best game, and we know we're going to have to against that team.
What's the key to balancing staying disciplined, not coming out and committing a bunch of excitement penalties early in an atmosphere like that?
Yeah, I think, you know, you just have to be focused. I mean, we committed a bunch of penalties last week that hurt us, and you know, our emphasis this week is to clean those up and not give them cheap yards. And so during the week that'll be preached, and we got to find a way to do that.
When Rico went in, did that change anything you did defensively, or was it all the same?
You know, I think we were in base defense more so than because you know, you had to bring Rico in, and Colin and Tony were playing out of position at times, at Sam, and doing some different things. But he stepped up and played well. You know, it hurts to lose one of your best players there in Jordan, but I thought Rico did a nice job, and I thought our defense staff really adjusted well.
Do you have concerns as a coach about maybe how direct they've taken some of these penalties and maybe taken some of the physicalness out of the game when you're trying to get your guys to play physical?
Yeah, that's a good point. The only, it's hard as coaches in the meeting room today trying to explain, what you're supposed to do in that instance. The one with Jordan and the one with Joe, I don't know what to tell those kids, and so that's tough as a coach. You don't really know how to explain it away, or you should have done this or should have done that, because there's not much there. But that's how it went.
So do you think the rules need to be clarified and changed a bit more? I mean, is this a matter of language and interpretation?
No, I just think it's always going to be interpretation, subjective, and we came out on the wrong end of it. That crew worked our Oklahoma State game, and I've always thought they're a very good crew, and we just had a day that went against us. But it's very subjective out there, and y'all know that on those hits, and you just got to live with it when it doesn't go your way.
Between that and being on the road, could you sense the frustration building a little bit with your guys? I
don't think so. I think, they just kept playing hard, which is what I've seen from that group the entire time, and never gave up and had the ball with the chance to go win it. We got that safety, and that kind of sealed it. But, I love the attitude, love the toughness, the mental toughness, and we have to clean things up.
On the play that Allen fumbled, the safety, was there anything wrong with that formation? Was it too tight? Were they squeezed in together too much, or did he just simply drop the ball?
Yeah, it looked like he may have hit on his elbow, but that just can't happen. When you have the ball in your hands, it's your job to not have it hit the ground, and then a learning lesson there. You can't throw it away like that in the end zone, not get to the line of scrimmage. You got to throw it at the guy's feet right in front of you and play the next play. But that's a tough way to lose when you have the ball in 1st and 10. But once again, I got to make sure we're in better plays where he's comfortable and he doesn't make plays like that.